Hello and welcome, my friends. Today we talk about performance counters that relate to CPU issues. So most people would say, oh, it is most certainly CPU percentage, but it isn't. This is the least important counter. The most important counter is processor queue length, because it shows does anybody waits for the CPU. That's what we want to know. If nobody waits for the CPU, we are all good. So zero value is perfect with that counter. So it is under system object, processor queue length. It should be 0. Sometimes it is above 0, let's say 1, which means one thread is waiting to get the core to run at. But if it is short, it is tolerable. So with these short ones or twos, which are only brief, tiny bit of the millisecond, we are okay. So average below 0.2 is good, that is green. If it is below 0.5, which means half thread waits, that is, let's say, yellow area. And above 0.5 is red area, which means something is wrong with the CPU. Threads cannot get the core, and they are waiting for the CPU. Threads are waiting for the CPU. Something is preventing these threads to get the core. That can be either, let's say, bad antivirus, which scans these threads and processes them before they get the core. Or it can be various virtual machine settings, or your host settings, which are, let's say, power saving, in power saving mode, where CPU sleeps, needs to be waken up, and that takes time, and you see this wait. Or over provisioned host, and many other reasons. But just remember, if it is above 0.2, you have issue with processor. Another counter to look at is privileged mode CPU. CPU can run in two modes. Normal mode, which is for normal applications, and special modes called kernel mode or privileged mode CPU. In this mode, process can access other process memory, and that's not normal. Only drivers and antiviruses or security software works in that mode. So if you see, normal for network drivers is, let's say, 1 to 2% or below, definitely below 2%. If you see more than 2%, that means some software like antivirus, security software, or some weird driver or bug in the driver is hogging down your CPU. So you need to check your antivirus exclusions. Also, you need to check maybe your antivirus ignores exclusions and still gives you high CPU, high privilege CPU. So that is the thing you need to look at. Also, we can see third counter, which is percentage of processor core, which is under process object, but you select SQL Server exe, only exe of the SQL Server process. And you get the counter which counts how many cores SQL uses actually, how many cores, in percentage, which means 100%, 1 core, 200%, 2 cores. If you see, let's say, average 500%, means 5 cores is needed for your SQL Server process. You add 1 or 2 cores for the operating system, drivers, etc. And that's how many cores you actually need. So you can save on licenses, you can plan cores, how many cores do you need to buy for your workload. That's it. I hope it clarifies things about CPU for SQL Server, and see you again later. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.